This is Top Contender Boxing. Keep it real, 100 and unbiased. Today's topic is all the Canelo haters, from the media to the ex-fighters to the fighters to the racist channels to the biased fans. What do you think about Teddy Atlas's comments towards Canelo in the past couple of years?
Yeah, he's I think Teddy Atlas, all his comments, they've been kind of weird because on one comment he'll say like, oh, they help Canelo, cherry pick this guy, or Canelo, he's smart, he knows how to pick his dudes, and sometimes he says that, and then now he's talking good on him, on this fight against Bivol. I don't know why, but he's talking all good, but maybe by next week he's gonna talk smack again on him, He doesn't know when to. I don't know why he hates Canelo so much. I don't know what do you think? Might be like.
I think it's a bunch of things. That hate started from the Triple G fight, because his favorite dog coming in that fight was Triple G. He had Triple G from Triple G. That Triple G one fight, he had him winning that fight. He wanted him to win that fight. He must have bet something on him, because after that fight, he pretty much had Canelo losing every round.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, I mean, he's never even gave Mike Tyson love either. He said Mike Tyson only won 5 fights. It's like, dude, do you just hate on greatness, or you just got your money where it's not betted right? Because in reality, yes, he's finally giving Canelo respect from going up to the 75ers. But even then, he was saying that Canelo was cherry picking the 68ers. Like, how do you cherry pick champions with belts?
He just went like this, one, back to back.
Yeah.
He didn't cherry pick none of them.
Exactly.
They were all right there,
And at that time, when Canelo fought Gigi, who wanted to fight him?
Nobody.
He was technically the boogeyman right at that time, Triple G.
Yes, he was.
It just doesn't make. Not even Andre Ward wanted to fight Triple G. He wanted Triple G to go meet him at 75, and the man's been at 60 all his life.
That's why I think Andre Ward was very cool with Canelo. That's why he would always be like, oh yeah, Canelo is, oh yeah, Triple G, and then when Canelo went up, to 75, and he beat Kovalev. Yeah. He started getting sour, on Ward.
Yeah.
Probably because he didn't do it like Canelo did in that kind of fashion.
Well, even Ward said he never joined the Super Series like he did. Yeah, he had a tournament that he was a part of where all the fighters were at, but he's hating on Canelo for doing it at his movement, at his time. I mean, think about it. He cleaned the division in 2 years. But it could have even been a year and a half he cleaned the division. That's unheard of.
The 68?
Yeah, 68. He cleaned the division.
9 months. 11 months.
Look, we cannot blame the eardrum on Canelo, because that was part of his mandatory. You gotta blame whoever made the mandatories, because think about it. Canelo would have done Benavidez anyways.
It's because Benavidez, when that happened to Benavidez, because I think eardrum was going to be his mandatory too for Benavidez before, and he even said it. But when it was Canelo's mandatory, wow, it was a big old thing. Well, what would happen if he didn't fight him? He wouldn't be able to fight.
He would have been stripped.
Yes.
And then they would call Canelo cherry picker, or
exactly
a duck.
Mm-hmm. That's why him and Smith, when he fought Smith, they told Smith,
And wasn't Smith the one that won the same belt that Andre Ward won in the Super Series?
I think
the Muhammad Ali belt.
Smith got the
Muhammad Ali trophy.
Yeah, the trophy's real big. Yeah, he got that.
So
so they kind of so that's why they told Smith, you Jermaine, let us fight this guy first, then we'll fight you.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why he fought him first, and then.
I mean, in reality, Canelo fought everybody from 68. And yeah, you have 60s hating on him, saying, like, well, why didn't he fight me here, fight me there? We all know this game is all politics. It's not you pick the fighter, it's who your manager wants you to fight, or your promotion wants you to fight, or if the money's right. So think about that. I mean, look what Plant asked for. He asked for $10 million. You might as well give him a stadium too.
Throw in the stadium, huh?
Throw in a stadium too, because it's like.
Might as well.
And Canelo made that fight happen. And no one gave Canelo any props for that.
No.
I mean, in reality, I think
they give more props to Plant because he lasted all the way to the to the 11th round. But Plant didn't.
They had a beautiful defense that day.
Yeah, he did. But let's remember how he went out, man. In the last round.
Oh yeah.
He sure looked like a little chicken,
Yeah, he went down. He went down.
But that's.
I mean, yeah. But I mean, for that 68 heat, Teddy Atlas shouldn't be saying too much. He's fought all the champions there. The only champion he didn't fight, who's not a champion, who's been stripped for cocaine, who's been stripped for, waiting at the hometown buffet lines. Benavidez. You cannot, I don't hate Benavidez. I respect, I like Benavidez. But dude, you can only get so much respect until you get stripped for your belts. So, and then complain about not being up there. I mean, you had all your chances.
Benavidez, I respect him, but he had his chances, 2 times, that they stripped him, but it's better for him that this year he won't fight him because Canelo has 2 more fights.
Yeah.
So
he's still growing.
Yes, exactly.
And that's what we want to see.
And it'll be better for him. It'll be better for him if he fights next year.
Exactly.
I think so.
And he's already sparring Bivol.
He's good. But he is fast. He's good. He just needs a little more.
More defense.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll move on to another topic. We talked about Ward. We talked about Teddy Atlas. I mean, Ward. It just for me and Ward, Colin Smith had his trophy, and Ward has no reason to hate on Canelo. I mean, he did everything he did at 68, but did it a lot faster.
Canelo did it in 8-9 months.
Yeah.
Ward never undisputed. Canelo did.
Yes.
At 68 in 11 months. That's where the hate started coming in with Ward because Canelo started just over. He got better than him. At the weight divisions and faster.
Okay. Do you think Canelo should fight Triple G the next fight, or he should continue to fight the 75ers?
I think Canelo should just go down all 75. There's no reason for him to fight Triple G. I think he's too old. Not to discredit him or I just think that it's not him no more. And I don't want to see him go out like that.
Like a lot of people say that Canelo waited for Triple G to get older, or even in the first fight that he waited for him to get older. Canelo was 26 years old when he fought him in the first fight. The first fight.
Yeah,
so,
and Triple G was.
What did they?
And Triple G was 34.
Yeah,
he's not that old. Man.
And it's not even that. Canelo moved up from what 155, 154 weight to 160. I mean, he went to go fight somebody that nobody wanted to fight. And even in the second fight, I thought Canelo did that fight for the fans because in the first fight he's like, let me use what Mayweather taught me.
Let me study him now.
Because Mayweather taught him defense. Mayweather taught him that head movement, your waist movement, and using your legs a little bit will give you more points than usual. Because you're going to make the man miss. And that's what he did for a whole 5 rounds of that first fight. In that second fight, he did it for the fans, personally. Yeah. He sat right in front of them like, here you go, this is what you guys want. You get a phone booth fight.
Because they were calling it like that. Triple G and his manager, they kept on picking at Canelo like, hey, how come you don't stand there? How come you don't do this? Were you scared? They started calling Canelo out of their name, out of his name. And then Canelo, I think that's what he did.
Seriously.
I think that's what he did, and he did a very, very good job at it. He executed.
Yeah.
I think he executed real good.
And we all got to remember, too, that was the last time Canelo fought at 60. No, he didn't fight. That was the last time he fought at 60. He went up to 68 to fight
I know, didn't he fight
he moved up to 68.
Didn't he fight didn't he get that he fought that dude at
remember his name, I got a brain fart.
Yeah,
he knocked him out within 4 rounds.
3 rounds.
3 rounds.
Yeah. It was that European dude.
Yeah. Yes, he got him out of the way. Real fast. I mean, we obviously forgot his name. We got him out of the way that fast.
Yeah,
and even Colin Smith dropped him in 2 rounds faster than Canelo did. And then he came back down to fight Danny Jacobs to show his defensive work.
Yeah.
And then again, they thought Danny Jacobs was the one who beat GG the first time, clearly. So in reality, Canelo not only outboxed him.
They're saying it was because of the knockdown.
That's why GG.
I had that as a tie. I had it as a tie. Jacobs did a beautiful job right there, man. I'm not gonna lie. If he would have never fell down, that would have been. Jacobs would have taken it.
Yeah.
I think Jacobs would have taken it if he would have never got that. If he would have never got dropped.
Well, I thought when Canelo fought Daniel Jacobs, Canelo showed us his masterclass defense.
He showed it. Well, he said it. He goes on this fight. I don't wanna. I said he said to himself, like, you know what? I'm gonna show these people that I can box too. You know.
Yeah.
That I just don't know how to just go be aggressive and just try to use my power. So he showed. He did show us all. You know.
Yeah.
He made Jacobs miss.
Yeah, he made him miss.
Yeah, he made him miss so much.
But then I don't know if you noticed when he moved up to 68, and then when he fought Kovalev, he looked like refreshed. His body looked comfortable. He didn't have to weight train himself. He didn't have to hurt himself. Because we're not gonna say at 60, he was being a bully there. No, he was gradually moving up weight. Because we went up to 68 to 75 when he fought Kovalev, he murked everybody.
Yeah.
He murked him.
Yeah, he did.
People are not understanding that. They think it's a cherry when you go up. No, dude. You're only fighting the best fighters at those weights.
They would say that, well, a lot of people started saying that Kovalev took a dive. I'm like, yo,
I don't think
that was not a dive there. You know, the way he got knocked down,
he didn't even come back to box for a whole other year and a half.
Yeah, because
almost 2 years.
You just don't let somebody hit you that hard in like that.
Yeah.
You don't know if you're gonna come back from that.
He hit a right in the temple too. That was a beautiful hook. He put him to sleep.
And then right in the jaw.
I mean, you gotta remember, not even Andre Ward did it to him like that.
That's what I'm saying. That's where all that hate came out Andre Ward after that real bad because, you know, you got Canelo doing what Andre Ward couldn't do in 2 fights.
And remember, people, we do not dislike Andre Ward. We like Andre Ward. We're just comparing it the way we want to compare it, the way we're looking at it. You can see it some way, any way you want. But we just noticed, hey, Canelo did something Andre Ward needed to do in 2 fights. Canelo did it in 1 in a stronger fashion. And you gotta remember, he was coming up weight. Andre Ward was already sitting at that weight. His body was already comfortable at 68. Canelo moved up 68 to 675. So, okay. So you think he shouldn't fight Triple G? I mean, honestly, I think it would be a 3-rounder. Canelo goes to his body and retires the man.
I think I would give it like 5-6 rounds. Just, I don't know.
You want to give him GG extra rounds?
Yeah, I would think like 6 rounds.
No Royota Murata is nothing near Canelo.
No.
So if the body shots were hurting Triple G in that fight and it was, right there, why should anybody want to see that fight?
That's what Canelo did. It was Rocky Fielding.
Rocky Fielding.
Yeah, that's what.
Rocky Fielding.
That what happened to Triple G right there.
Yeah.
You know
Oh,
how
yeah.
you know how he hit him, like in the liver, in the kidneys,
There
and
you
he
go.
dropped him 2-3 times. That was exactly I would think what happened to Triple G, and I don't even think Triple G don't need to go out like that.
I even think Callum Smith would give Triple G the fight of his life.
Callum Smith.
Because I mean, he moved up 75 and he looked bad in his last fight, and he was the one who won the Muhammad Ali trophy. He was the one technically close to Andre Ward. People don't
They don't look at that.
They don't look at that.
But the thing is that, see, before Canelo fought all these guys, like I'm saying when he had like only 1 bout, right? And Saunders was still next, and then you had, Plant. I mean, they were like, oh, Canelo will not fight Saunders. He's not gonna fight Saunders. He will not fight Plant. Point blank, because remember they were saying that he wouldn't fight
he would
because
not.
his style is like Mayweather, and he has that style. They're like, you won't fight him. And what happened? He did it all in less than before a year.
Canelo is not only showing you that he can just fight like Mayweather, he's showing you different styles of defenses.
Mm-hmm.
He's showing you different styles.
Yeah, but that's
Okay, let's say personally, let's say if he doesn't fight Triple G, because he shouldn't fight Triple G. If Triple G's smart, he doesn't accept this fight. He should just clean out 60 and retire. Because Canelo, he's got bigger fish to fry at 75.
he has the whole 75.
He wants to undispute that.
Mm-hmm. He has the whole 75 division, which I think he has to stay strong and stay at 75 at that weight. So yeah, I prefer him there because going up and down, I'd rather have him just go clean out that division and then come back to 68, fight here, and then go back to 75. He'll be undisputed 2 divisions.
I say the only way Triple G gets his fight if he moves up weight to 68. And not only just move up there and fight Canelo, he's got to move up there. And why don't you fight one of the big names there that Canelo fought? Why doesn't he do that?
He just wants to go straight fight Canelo.
Yeah.
He
He's the same dog.
No, that's not even all. I think, and I really think that that would hurt him too. To Triple G, that's 8 more pounds.
He's a lot slower.
That's 8 more pounds.
Yeah. we'll leave it there on the Triple G segment. But what do you think about a lot of these? Let's just be clear on this one. A lot of the racist channels.
You know, yeah, that's why we did this channel. You know, that's why we got this because you know that's what we're trying. You know,
You got tired of the racist channels?
yeah, we got tired of the racist channels, and at first they're cool. You know, to the point where they, you know, you're like, okay, let's see what they say about Canelo since he did it in a good fashion way. You know, like in a the monster way. No, they're like he cherry picked, and I was like, wait, what the hell you guys? But you're saying that he wouldn't fight this guy, and now that he did it, and he did it in 4 or 5 rounds, now you're saying that he cherry picked? No, man. Some channels don't give credit when credit's due. You know, they always wanna, you know,
Shame another
yeah,
race.
they always wanna say that this one's better because of this guy. He made this one better because of him. Oh my God, it just doesn't. It just, you know, anything Canelo does, somebody does it better.
Yeah.
Of another color.
Yeah.
And that's not cool, man.
And then,
That's not cool at all.
And then they shame Europeans.
Yeah.
I'm like, why are you gonna shame Europeans? They're the only ones with the belts.
That's what they said. You know, when Canelo was fighting, you know, when he fought Smith at 54, and then he started beating all the Europeans. Hey man, they're all warriors. Well, look at them.
Yeah.
You know? Look what they're
Champion.
at. Look where they're at.
Champions.
Yeah, no, but look where they're at. You know,
They,
Muhammad Ali didn't even go.
the two brothers shared those belts for what, almost 10 years?
But you know, like.
Yeah.
But these channels were calling them like, you know, that they were trash, remember?
Yeah.
They're like, oh, those guys are trash. And then now they want to say, oh, I'm sorry, just so they can make their channel feel, no, man, keep it real, man.
Yeah.
Keep it real, you know, don't be a hypocrite, you know? And it's just, you know, but, yeah, that's not cool.
And be honest with you, those racist channels know who they are. They have
Yeah,
their own
of course.
cult, they have
Yeah,
their own
of course.
following. We don't hate none of those people. We don't dislike none of those people. But when you come to shame someone's culture, and then you come to shame other cultures because it's not your culture,
Or make fun of them.
it's like, this is boxing, bro. This is a business. It's not a culture business. I mean, it's business. I've heard many conversations with Mike Tyson giving love to other cultures. I mean, even Holyfield said, I would never lose to a white boy. Until he did, he gained respect for that white boy. And he gave him all his respect. And that white boy beat him again. And I heard that story. Holyfield's a humble man. These are coming from different heavyweights, different fighters. I mean, there's no hate towards these guys. Look at George Foreman. People hate on George Foreman. And that man is a saint. I mean, yeah, he was a killer at one time, but that man is a saint, man.
Yeah, but he was a killer in the ring.
He's a killer in the ring.
In the ring.
And think about it. Oh, he retired till like he's 45, 50.
And he caught his gold medal in Mexico City. In the Olympics.
That's not a racist man right there.
George Foreman, he caught his Olympics, his gold in Mexico City.
Yeah.
I remember when he said that. Oh man, I wanted to cry. I'm like,
Oh, you should let him have a watery too. Think
I
about
was
it.
like, oh, you know, that was seeing that man has a real good heart, man. You know, he's got a real good heart, and it's just sad that a lot of people look at it that way.
Racist.
You know, yeah. You know, we don't
Our
hate.
channel, yeah, our
You know,
channel
we don't
doesn't
hate. You know, if you're a good ass boxer, we're gonna give you props. You know, we're gonna try to give you props. You know, we just keep it real. You know, yeah, we're Canelo fans. You know, shit. But you know, we keep it real with everybody. Give them the same love. You know, it doesn't matter what color you are.
Nobody here in this room discredits Mayweather's win over Canelo. That was a schoolyard learn.
Yes, it was.
He took him to school. And what has Canelo done? He's taken everything he's learned from Mayweather and he applies it. He uses it. Yeah, you're right. Everything he's almost done is abuse it. But you can't say Mayweather made Canelo. Canelo made himself. He was already making himself. The only difference is he used what he learned. And that's what a great fighter does. That's what a great person does in life. When you lose something, you better learn from your losses so you can come back stronger.
Well, that's what you're supposed to do. If you lose, you're supposed to. You're gonna question yourself. Why did I lose?
Yeah.
And that's how Canelo questioned himself. This is what I did wrong. He went back and he goes, I did all this wrong.
Yeah.
So it's like if Canelo would have lost tonight, he would have still been great. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He would still been the same.
He was still a 23-year-old.
Yeah, exactly. With a 23-year-old and Mayweather was a 34-year-old.
Yeah. And we'll leave it there. We'll leave this segment there. Just know when we end this channel, that nobody here is racist. Nobody here hates anyone. We respect all colors and all races. I think we've been with all different types of women, so we don't judge. Please like and subscribe.
Thank you.